Good morning. Today we're going to talk about continuing that theme of cultivate. So write that word down, grab your pen and paper, cultivate, and also this series for this week of really achieving your goals and creating results in your business and life beyond what you've achieved so far. Today's strategy is going to be really fun. Excited to share it with you, and here we go. So first, let me begin with this wonderful quote from Dr. William Tiller that the unseen is always the parent of the seen. Okay, the unseen is always the parent of the seen. And hopefully this visual will be an anchor for you. Again, now we're talking about the subconscious and wanted to have this image kind of remind you of an iceberg, how most of it is below the surface, okay, of what you see above the surface is only the tip of the iceberg. And so we really want to cultivate what's going on below the surface that begins to manifest more and more of what we want into our life. Yesterday, we talked about cognitive dissonance. We talked about cultivating the ability to see. Here we go. The ability to see beyond what you see. So that was yesterday. And today, we're going to go to the next step, and that's really cultivating your internal state. Okay. And two questions I ask myself, okay, as I started to think about this, that I've been practicing in the new year, is two key questions that you can ask yourself as well. And one of them is, who do you want to become? Okay. And then the second one is, what experience do you want to give others of you? Okay. And as we consciously ask ourselves this question, I mean, I was in one moment, I remember where I was feeling a little bit frustrated about something, running errands, and then my wife got in touch with me about asking if I could pick up the kids. And at first, I had somewhat of my frustration was about to be conveyed to her. And then I stopped and asked myself this question: what experience, Ben, do you want to give your wife, your family, of you? Okay, so this is a great and powerful question to ask ourselves in the new year, and this can impact our relationships with our loved ones, our family, our community, our business partners, our business team, our new prospects and clients and customers. What experience do we want to give others of us? Okay, and a couple wonderful words and thoughts from Brendan Burchard. Many of you may have connected with some of his videos in the new year. Some excellent resources out there, including this idea of cultivate, which I've now enjoyed applying to a lot of key things that I want to cultivate in myself this year. Okay, and he mentions along this idea of internal state, a key factor to practice cultivating in ourselves is enthusiasm. And I love, in fact, I'm going to just pull out some notes that I want to read to you, a couple phrases. And here's what he says. He says, if you want to start a movement, it starts with enthusiasm. Okay, enthusiasm for a better tomorrow. Or enthusiasm. He says if you want to lead people, you want to heighten their enthusiasm for this next project, this next year, this next event. So many of us are in businesses where it involves people. Okay, we may have projects. We're looking at new growth, new results to be created this year. Maybe you're in ministry, maybe you're in missions, maybe you're in some community organization. You want to start to cultivate that ability, especially if you're leading others or want to influence others, to create vision and create enthusiasm for what you're moving into rather than just staying in the past. Okay, and that's a skill. That's something you can cultivate, beginning cultivating within yourself. And coming back to ourselves in our own internal state, another great phrase from Brendan Burchard that I love. I would write this down on a piece of paper. You can use a dry erase marker on your mirror, put it around you and practice level up. Okay, something that now I've started, since I heard it, started practicing asking myself or saying to myself, level up. So again, when I was about to encounter my family, I was feeling a little frustrated. I have that little internal check. Ben, what level are you at? I'm at a 1, 2, or 3, or am I at an 8 to 10? And then kind of using this phrase with myself, Ben, level up. Okay, so even just to anchor that for yourself, I'd write that down, I'd post it somewhere. Maybe even right now, just put your hands up or stand up and say, level up. Okay, let's do it again. Level up. All right, just to anchor that for yourself. Now, again, most of the time you'll probably be just saying that silently to yourself, kind of checking in with yourself, but it's a great practice to cultivate in this new year. This can impact our enthusiasm and our presence at work, in our job, again, in our community, in church, with our family, and with our business and our clients and customers and partners. Okay, really impacting how they experience us and the results that we end up creating as a result. Okay, and then the last thing for today, along this idea of cultivating our internal state, this is also about cultivating the ability to no longer be dependent on what's outside us to determine our internal state, to determine how we feel. In other words, to cultivate no longer being dependent on what someone else says or does or doesn't do, okay, or what outward circumstance happened with our car, with our bills, with a product, with our partners, our vendor, whatever the case is, to cultivate being less and less dependent on what's outside for determining how we feel inside, and starting to cultivate the ability to choose our internal state. Okay, sometimes it will be, and that can be a whole nother talk, different strategies to get in motion, to take care of our health, our energy, what we're thinking about, have some affirmations, but even the simple practice of checking in with ourselves, saying level up, and asking ourselves these two questions: who do I want to become? Or in this next situation, who do I want to be? And what experience do I want to give others of myself? Okay, so enjoy, level up, and remember, the unseen is always the parent of the seen. So definitely cultivate these internal abilities and strategies within yourself so you can start manifesting at another level in your life. And we'll talk about a couple additional strategies in the next couple of days. So enjoy. Actually, you're probably seeing this on the weekend. So on Sunday, I usually post the video Sunday night and have a special video on a slightly different topic that all of you will enjoy and has been a huge impact for me and for my partners. A great question to ask ourselves. So I'll be back with you tomorrow night, and then we'll continue with this goal series on Monday morning. Bye for now.